It's obviously pretty fatty, but holy shit, it's good. It's St. Patrick's Day, and you've grabbed that corned beef out of the store. And we felt a little gumptious, like we were going to make it for the festivities for the weekend and St. Patrick's Day. And now that the time's coming, you're like, what do I do? Well, don't worry, I can help you out there. Come on, follow me, and we'll show you how to make this corned beef. So you want to start with a 5-quart Dutch oven. It's going to allow you to have the meat submerged inside the liquid while it's sitting there simmering on the stovetop. And then that way you don't really have to worry too much about the spillover. If you have something that's a little larger, that's okay too, but make sure that you have enough room for the meat as well as the liquid inside the vessel. So a cool thing about this Snake River Farms corned beef that I've got, it's a Wagyu beef, as well as it already comes with the package of seasonings that are needed for it, which is like the coriander and all those other fun things. The peppercorns that give it that like bite and that taste that you're looking for. Yeah, it's like a pickling package. So that's pretty cool, right? It comes with its own little pickling package. So you've got the beef here, Wagyu, which, I mean, look at the inside of that. You're gonna see it whenever we pull it out in just a minute, but we're gonna get started. So we're just gonna take our knife and open up our Wagyu, and we're gonna make sure that we have enough room to take this out. Look at there. Look how beautiful that is. It already smells good. All right, so once you get the bag open, just go ahead and place your meat inside the pot. And then that way we can pour all these juices out, get this stuff out of the way, and then we can move the pot over so we can get cooking. So one of the cool things about this corned beef is that it's bagged, that it has the little seasonings in there. It's already cured the meat, it's already flavored the meat, and it's done everything that I need it to do. So all I've got to do is make sure that I fill this pot up with water, simmer it to where it's cooked, and essentially just let the meat just fall apart. But I'm going to add something special to it. So we've got 3 choices for liquids. 1, water. 2, apple cider. 3, a stout. And I guess you could use any other beer that you'd like to try too. There may be some other options out there that you'd be interested in. I'm not really sure what we could do with this, but you know, something like a Kool-Aid would probably be weird, but not saying that we can't do that, but that's getting off track. So for me though, I'm gonna go with this Kentucky Bourbon Stout from Founders. I think that it's gonna be rich enough. I think that there's enough coffee flavor with the pairing of that bourbony taste that's gonna be able to kind of get into that meat, allow for a little bit richer, beefier taste and a little stronger taste out of that. I think this is gonna go great. Not to mention, it's gonna be with Wagyu. All right, so for the next step, we wanna make sure that we have our liquids available. So I've got my stouts, I've got a little bit of water on the side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill the pot up and cover our corned beef with as much of the liquid as we possibly can. And we wanna make sure that it covers right over the top. So that way it's simmering inside the liquid rather than on top of the liquid. We're not braising it, we're boiling it. I remember when this beer was all the rage, and it was hard to get in the state of Georgia. But when you did, it was so good, and people were kind of envious of you. If you could find it, you had people trying to buy it for you if you could, because it was so hard to get, and it's just so good. On a cold day, if you get a chance around a campfire, cold night, this beer right here, oh, it'll warm your bones. Okay, so I want to share a secret with you. This Founders beer, I bought it back in 2017. And I like to age beer sometimes because you can do that, and regardless of what a lot of people say, you can age your beer. Now, not all beers need to be aged, but specifically ones like this can be. They're high in alcohol content already. This one is at, let's see, where is it? I think it's an 11.8%. Yeah, so it's an 11.8% beer, which is a high gravity beer. And that actually is gonna allow you to let it sit for longer. And what happens is this like emulsification of flavors comes together. And like with this one, it ends up tasting pretty good. Fun story, this is a warm beer. Now that the stout's in there, we're gonna go ahead and fill the rest of it up with water. I wanna cover the top of the beef to make sure that we've got everything getting cooked. Now that we've got all our liquid in our pot, all we're going to want to do is just go ahead and turn our stove top on and bring this up to at least a rolling boil to start, and then we're going to want to find that nice sweet spot of a simmer, something that won't overflow your pot and get all over the place. So let's bring this up to a boil, we'll find our simmer, and then we're going to let it sit there for about 2 to 3 hours. Just a PSA, keep an eye on the rolling boil because we are going to want to bring that temperature down to a simmer, and if you stay on a rolling boil, you will have a roll over boil, and nobody wants that. Now that the heat's up to that rolling boil point that I was wanting, I'm going to back it off just a little bit just to make sure that we get it to a nice simmer. That way we don't really have to monitor it too often. And then I'm just going to cover the lid, and we need about 2.5 to 3 hours for this piece of meat specifically. So reality, you're wanting the internal temperature about 145 degrees, and you can use just a friendly little meat thermometer to poke that meat and see what the temp is. And once it hits 145, you can pull it out and then you can set it and let it rest. So yeah, let's just set this to the side and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, we're up to temp. So we're gonna take it out, we're gonna let it rest.
So now that we've let the meat rest, we want to give it a second to make sure that it's at least cooked all the way through the way we wanted it. But as I just picked it up, you need to be careful because it can just stretch apart like that. But look how beautiful that is. That's great. But it's obviously pretty fatty, but holy shit, it's good. I'm gonna go to work and we're gonna make some things with this. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, subscribe. Give it the notifications.